with Aramaic, really with any language, from one language to another, it's a bit of a challenge to, I can't just bring something from one language to another and think that it's going to equate. In order to illustrate that, I'm going to have a little, sort of like a little story here. Let's say that I went to Paris and I had a friend that I met there, and I didn't speak French, the friend didn't speak English. And we had 3 days, we had fun, partying, painting town red, is that what they call it? And after the third day, it seemed like we had a real close bond, kinship. But what happened was, for that 3-day time period, we had an interpreter, so that if I said something in English, he would interpret it into French. If my French friend said something in French, they'd interpret it into English. And at the end of the time, I turned and I said to the interpreter, "Tell him I think he's bad." And he turns to him and says, "He says you're no good." So how's the translation? It's perfect, isn't it? It's a perfect translation. But something's not quite right. The idioms, the terms, the slang, the manner of speaking. The challenge of what I do is to take something from 2,000 years ago, that was written at least, and try to, I'll sort of piggyback on the actual native Aramaic speakers who've had this in their family for generations and generations, and I take what they know of the language itself, of the sounds, of the phonetic sounds, the way the sounds are, and I bring it into English the best I can, sort of multi-dimensional. In other words, Keshuka means darkness. Okay, what does darkness mean? Does it just mean that the lights are out? Light means light, but does it just mean that the lights are on? It's not quite that. I think a lot of us, even when we read the King James, we can sort of see what's underneath it.